Ciao, buongiorno, and welcome to the Supreme Resort Land v World, a podcast about Disneyland, Disney World, which is the Supreme Resort. Each episode, we'll discuss and explore each resort, ride by ride, land by land, park by park, and restaurant by restaurant to determine which is better. I'm your host, Jimmy, and thank you for joining me on this quest to help the greater good of humanity answer this long, elusive question, which is better, Disneyland or Walt Disney World? Joining me, as always, is Dan.
Hi, I'm Dan, and I'm currently arguing which one is better, scurvy or diarrhea.
Ah, you've had some lettuce. And Eric, ciao.
I had Taco Bell last night, and this morning.
Speaking of Taco
see
Bell,
how things go.
We're about to talk about the Taco Bell of Italian restaurants. I stole that from Dan. But before we do,
I thought you were going with we're about to taco about.
Oh, that's better. We're about to taco about Taco Bell of Italian restaurants.
Yes.
Okay, so first, do we have any news? Do we have any latest news? We don't really need to get into D23 and whatever that comes up in August.
Stuff has happened at Disneyland. What happened at Disney? Oh, there's
no more park hopper limits. Soarin' over America.
Park hopper. You can now do park hop, but something else. What happened? Something else happened. It'll come to me.
All right,
Did it start on fire or?
No.
Do we have to get one of those breaking news beep beep beeps whenever you remember? Boop 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 boop.
Here, this will be the sound.
Hi, I'm Hugh Hauser.
Oh, that's your cue, Dan.
Okay.
Whenever you remember the thing that happened. Okay, well, we are going to go to Disneyland later on. I'm excited about it. A day in the fall. For no particular reason, just because.
Yeah.
And then I'm going back with my family in December, and we're staying at the Grand
They
California.
changed that ride, Millennium Falcon. They changed Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, is it more gooder?
It's so much more gooder.
That's awesome.
Everyone has stuff to do. Engineers have stuff to do. There are different places you can go to.
But I love just hitting buttons.
Mm-hmm. You can
still hit buttons. Don't worry. You don't actually have to do much. But it feels like...
rumor has it it used to be a Chewbacca mode, and now there's a Grogu mode. Is that right?
There is now a Grogu mode, yes. I played on Grogu mode because, of course, when I went, it was right after they reopened it. And because single rider is the engineer most of the time, and engineer chooses where you went, I was like, I'm going to collect them all. And I went again and again. And one of the groups that I went with had been on it a bunch of times, and they were like, we're going to do Grogu mode. And it's not as much fun because with Chewbacca mode, what was fun about it is it sounded like he was angry with you the whole time. Mm-hmm. Where in Grogu mode, it sounds like you're disappointing him. And that's less.
That's sad.
You don't want to disappoint Grogu.
Right.
Speaking of disappointing in Grogu, that movie, The Mandalorian and Grogu, was just good. It was a good episode of The Mandalorian.
That's end. Right here.
Still haven't seen it.
End of review. I watched John Wick, all 4 John Wicks, and man, was that first one good. And Keanu Reeves is a horrible, horrible actor, but it had like a storyline, like there was a through line. All 4 movies are basically the same story. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was like,
of actors.
Oh my God, 100%. Really good to look at, but anyway,
I don't think he was asked to do any acting in those movies.
I think he was 4
asked
lines.
to shoot people.
It was just at some point you just run out of creative ways to kill people. But it was like he's like the Roadhouse guy. Like he's just like he's got this random skill.
Watch where you're going with this.
Not Jake Gyllenhaal.
Not the new
Patrick
Roadhouse.
Swayze. No, the character. Like he's just a really good bouncer. This guy's just really good at creatively. Dalton, excuse me. I thought he
has a name.
I thought he would be bigger. Anyway, so yeah, he's a horrible actor. I think he has like 5 lines of dialogue in the whole thing. But that first one was really, really good. And then there's one little, he's got this legend, like Dalton's a legend. This John Wick is a legend. And he killed 3 guys with a pencil. And they actually showed it in the second one. And it was very clever. Anyway, then they lost me. But I watched all 4 of them over like a 72-hour period on airplanes.
I liked the staircase ending of 4.
Oh my God. Cool. That was it was the duel.
Yeah.
Oh no, the staircase on the way up to the duel.
Yeah. Anyway. Where he was fighting his way up. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say, I would recommend John Wick 1 as a fine film. with bad acting. Okay.
So you're listening to Wicker Man, where we talk about John Wick.
Yeah, it's all because of the Office Ladies podcast. They love the Keanu Reeves, and I got turned on to John Wick because of that show.
Well, on the next episode of Wicker Man, we'll talk about...
Oh, this is Supreme Resort, and every episode is somebody's first. Welcome to the Supreme Resort. Ciao. And
if this is your first, welcome. Because when you're here, hold on, I'm not going to.
Because when you're here,
yeah.
Okay. So, what a wonderful transition, Dan. Because today we are here to talk about the case of the Second Gate Italian restaurants. Now,
before we go there, I want to just put a disclaimer out there for the listener. We are probably going to intentionally or unintentionally engage in a little bit of playful stereotyping that I just want to say, if it bothers anyone, we're talking about Italian restaurants in a theme park. These are, in fact, the Taco Bell of Italian restaurants. There's a translation layer there. We are playful. It's playfully playing with the lack of authenticity that is inherent in the thing that we are talking about.
Yes, and I think it's fair to say, so we are going to stereotype in the same way that Disney stereotypes, i.e., when you go to Italy at the EPCOT Pavilion, that's not Italy. That's just the stereotype of Italy. That's like the, you know what I mean? And what do you hear when you think Italian music? That's what this is. It's just playful. There you go. That's right. This is a good example. So just have this in going through your head every time we do some kind of potentially offensive stereotype. That's it.
Right.
It's just,
and we're not making fun of the culture or you or your family. We're making fun of the mishandling of it.
Well, you may be thinking
the
I'm
Walt
talking
Disney Company.
And if you might be thinking I'm talking to you, but I'm really talking to you.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Oh, you. Oh, you're talking to you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I like them.
Okay. Anyway, so today is the case of the Second Gate Italian restaurants. Now, we'll see if it's Italian or Italian by the end of this, and I hope we appreciate what Italian means when referencing this. Okay, so they are Tutto Italia, which is at EPCOT in the Italy Pavilion, and Wine Country Trattoria, which is in the California section of California Adventure. Or is it in the Italy Pavilion of California Adventure?
It's yeah, that's where it is.
It's in the
There's
Tustin
wine
section.
It's in the Tustin.
The Tustin.
Somebody thought it was Tuscany. Tustin?
Same thing, right?
Tuscany. Anyway, so Eric is going to be arguing for Tutto Italia, which is it opened October 1st, 1982. Now, not as Tutto Italia, but he will get into that. And then Dan is going to cover Wine Country Trattoria, which opened December 14th, 2001. He will get into the history of that. Those are the two restaurants that exist in that space as of today. Now, if I really enjoy something that Eric said, and I think it's point worthy, you're going to hear this sound. Oh. See, The Sopranos did it too. If Dan says something about Wine Country, I'm not going to be able to say this place, Trattoria, you're going to hear when I like it and point worthy, etc. You're going to hear this sound.
When you're here, your family.
There you go.
Yep.
Now that, of course, is Olive Garden's famous slogan.
Yep. By the way, Jimmy, I just want to congratulate both of us for avoiding getting into a stun lock with talking like Provost for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's tough. I have so many mixed feelings about that, man. I'm incredibly jealous of him, and he just frustrates the hell out of me.
Yeah,
but it's not hate watch, but it's jealousy watch.
I'm putting a pen in this for later. We need to talk about Patrick Bet-David at some point because
I don't know
you
who
would
that
enjoy
is.
him.
Okay,
I don't get that.
Does he make a lot of videos, and do you subscribe?
We'll talk later.
Okay, great. On the show, like I need to make a note, or just later?
Just later. I mean, we could do it now, but we've been sitting here for a while.
We sure have. Okay. As in an hour and 15 minutes in our show prep, listen to Supreme Resort After Hours, where you'll hear some delightfully off-color jokes that turn your friends off. Okay. So first of all, the overview of these restaurants, Eric, because Tutto Italia came first, I will let you give an overview of the restaurant.
Okay. Tutto Italia Ristorante technically opened in September of 2007. Its original opening was as Alfredo di Roma in 1982. So it's got a long history of being in the parks as the Italian restaurant, which is the exact place that you want to eat heavy pasta right in the middle of the Florida sun. Regional Italian table service. Oh, Alfredo sauce. It's exactly the sort of place that you want to visit when you go to Orlando.
Now, Dan or Eric, is the name Alfredo by any chance where the sauce came from?
Oh, well, funny you should mention. When we get funny? To if we're going to do the history.
Well, not yet.
Well, then, but yes, here's a little teaser, everybody.
Ooh.
Yes, the Alfredo is the Alfredo.
He invented the sauce. That restaurant invented the sauce, but not in Florida. But it's like
invented the fettuccine Alfredo dish somewhere else.
But Alfredo was that restaurant like the Lake Buena Vista location of that restaurant?
No, the hint is it might be in Italy.
Oh,
might be the same guy.
Fun fact: fettuccine Alfredo not on the menu of Tutto Italia.
No, but it was at Alfredo di Roma.
Alfredo's. All right. Anyway, there's your overview.
Yeah, that's my overview.
Well done, Daniel. Wine Country Trattoria. What is the overview?
Okay. I have an overview in the form of an opening statement. In the winter of 2001, in a corner of a park that did not yet know what it wanted to be, a restaurant opened its doors. It was not grand. It made no promises it could not keep.
I have an objection.
It sat quietly. Yeah.
In no way is that a corner. That's like smack dab in the middle.
A corner like in a friendly, like it's a corner.
Yeah, okay. It's not really a corner. Yeah, okay. I could
the judge technically
in the section of the circle that would operate as a corner if it were a square.
Okay.
That did not yet know what it wanted to be. A restaurant opened its doors. It was not grand. It made no promises it could not keep. It sat quietly beneath a painted Tuscan sky in a place called Golden Vine Winery. A name chosen, one imagines, by people who had never been asked to choose a name before. The wine family had already gone. They arrived in February. They were gone by October. And in December, 2 months after the last real vintner turned out the lights, the Wine Country Trattoria opened anyway. It had never met them. It would never meet them. It was, from its very first day, an orphan raised by a corporation, doing a passable impression of a family it had never known. There is a review. You may have heard of it. In the year 2012, in Grand Forks, North Dakota, a woman named Marilyn Haggerty walked into an Olive Garden and did something almost no one does anymore. She told the truth as she felt it. The chicken Alfredo, she wrote, was warm and comforting on a cold day. The building was impressive. The entryway, welcoming. The internet laughed at her. And then a man named Anthony Bourdain, who had built an entire career on not being impressed, stood up and said, "Stop." He said her decades of quiet reviews were a record of an America that the rest of us had been too proud to look at. He said we needed to see it. And later he put his name on her book and wrote that anyone unmoved by her work had a heart of stone. This is our baseline. This is our founding document. Not Michelin, not the guide. A woman in North Dakota, and the assignment she understood better than any critic alive. Did this place succeed at being the kind of place it was trying to be? And so we ask, as the light comes up over a stucco wall in Anaheim, over a fountain carved to look older than it is, over gators the entire nation seems to have forgotten it left sleeping in the gondolas of a pavilion pretending to be Venice. We ask one question. Does the Wine Country Trattoria clear the Marilyn Haggerty standard? The defense intends to prove that it does. Because when you're here, you're family.
Wow. Dramatic. So dramatic.
Very well done. Yeah. Very well done.
I like the way you read things.
Yes. That was well done.
I have things to read too.
Okay. So very well done. What was she reviewing?
The Olive Garden. Oh. Have you not heard of this? It was a thing that the internet talked about in 2012. She wrote a very sincere review of the Olive Garden, probably not fully understanding that it was, the Olive Garden. Yeah. So it was just the new Italian restaurant that opened in our small town.
That reminds me of a story real briefly. Because originally I thought you were talking about she reviewed Wine Country Trattoria.
Oh, no.
So I was in Cincinnati. It was years and years ago, probably 10 years plus. And I'm traveling around with this guy. He's taking me out. We're seeing customers and that kind of thing. He's like, we got to go to this restaurant. It's right on the water. It is like a hidden gem. We just have to go. And all day he's talking about it. Just like probably 10 times he talked about this hidden gem place. And then we roll up and it's Hooters. This is a franchise and the corporate office is in Atlanta where I live. Anyway. All right, great. Let's move on to the history. Eric, give me the history. You gave me a little tease before. You gave me a little tease about Alfredo and the origin of the fettuccine Alfredo. But I want to hear more.
Well, if you want to hear more about it, so like I mentioned, we talked about fettuccine Alfredo, that the original restaurant was actually a copy of the restaurant Ristorante Alfredo in Italy. So Alfredo de Lelio, yes, he named it after himself. Back to 1907, when his wife gave birth, she was weak and she wasn't eating well. And according to legend, he decided to make her a more proteinaceous pasta. So he added 3 times the amount of butter that one would normally put on pasta. And he included Parmigiano Reggiano to give her some sustenance. So really, it's not a cream-based dish like we see here most of the time. It's butter, it's Parmesan, it's pasta. But he wanted to thicken the sauce, and then in 1914 he opened up his own restaurant where he, of course, served his famous fettuccine Alfredo. And many people went there. There are many pictures of people like JFK and Douglas Fairbanks that went to the restaurant to enjoy this particular dish. And he's literally, if you look at the pictures, he's literally shoving food in people's faces, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I Googled the original recipe, and it's 4 ingredients.
Yeah.
It's a half cup of unsalted butter, 4-ounce Parmesan cheese, fettuccine pasta, and salt.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like a big cup of cream in there, which is what it has become in the United States today.
So we've made it better.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Add more milk. More milk. Milk Council says.
Yeah. I'm not going to, it is what it is. The Alfredo at Olive Garden is hands down my favorite I've ever had.
Oh, okay. Well,
I dip my breadsticks in the Alfredo sauce. It's so good.
Okay. I dislike
really
Alfredo sauce.
It's not a joke. It's legit. I love it.
I know. I'm tempted to make
my wife's a big fettuccine Alfredo fan, so
yeah.
And chicken
I've tried
Alfredo.
it many places, and
it involves dipping things into
in a white
Let's
sauce.
not talk about what Dan dips into things.
Okay. I would. Anyway, more history, Eric.
Salad.
More history. Oh, gosh. Alfredo's restaurant still stands in Italy, but unfortunately...
He does not stand.
He does not... No, he has passed. He's long since passed. But really, Italy doesn't embrace fettuccine Alfredo like Americans do. it's caught on more in America than it ever did in Italy. His one restaurant is the only place in Italy that really sells chicken and fettuccine Alfredo.
Presumably because they have to.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
So
ironically, though, you go to Olive Garden, they have no olives.
Well, there's like 5 olives in the salad.
You could ask.
I worked there, and the rule was 2.
Okay, I knew there was a number.
2 olives.
That was the rule.
Per,
it's less
per
of a
salad.
garden.
So what? It seems like you're implying that fettuccine Alfredo is sort of like the nachos of Italy.
It has gone beyond what it was originally, and Americans have made it their own.
It's kind of like the hamburger, which originated in the port city of Hamburg, Germany.
Well, when EPCOT Center opened in 1982 on October 1st, the Italian pavilion's flagship restaurant was Alfredo di Roma.
You're
the
not
restaurant
really doing a very good job with our disclaimer earlier.
well,
doesn't mean we have to do more.
Yeah, fair.
By the way, since we're on a tangent, the Earl of Sandwich, actual person.
I know it. Sandwich,
wow.
England.
Anyway, the
Don't you
restaurant
think
was
this should just be
licensed.
playing at all times during this episode?
Everywhere.
Lower the bed in post.
Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, I'll keep going. The restaurant was licensed from the famous Roman restaurateur of the same name, who claimed to be...
Now it's distracting.
I'm sorry. Dan's dancing to
because,
it, and I can't keep up.
You got to keep it going because when it cuts out on its own, it'll be jarring.
Goodness. Fine. Stop laughing. Stop dancing.
All I could see is like red and white checkerboard tablecloths.
And a bottle of Chianti with a candle crammed into
That's right.
Anyway, he claimed to be the originator. The partnership gave EPCOT something unusual for the time, a restaurant directly affiliated with a legendary European establishment, instead of just making a Mexican place. Jimmy's dancing.
How do you not?
Disney wanted each pavilion to feature restaurants operated or influenced by companies from their respective countries, and Alfredo di Roma totally fit that philosophy. So for 25 guests, the restaurant was famous for serving fettuccine Alfredo. Wow. Veal. Wow.
Skyenos.
Okay, if this is your first episode, Jimmy and Dan do the fingers thing, and they call it Skyenos. So
Fingers
there you
thing.
go. Now
You know where your
that.
fingers are all together facing the sky.
That's what the joke is.
Manja.
Manja. They served ossobuco,
Yum.
regional Italian wines, and traditional Roman recipes. I don't know what that means. According to
Recipes that were from Rome.
Oh, is that
Tony
what that
Roma.
means? Oh, okay.
Tony Roma's rib recipe.
Goodness. According to Steve Birnbaum doesn't really write about this very much, but he says the big deviation from Venice is that the Doge's Palace is in a different location than it would be in Venice.
Great.
In relation to St. Peter's Square. It's like, oh, okay.
Okay. That's the criticism of the Epcot
Thanks, Steve
Pavilion.
Birnbaum.
Something is historically inaccurate at a Disney theme park.
At Epcot Center? Yeah, well, that's really weird.
Well, he's got
Thanks,
to prove
Steve.
that he's not entirely in the.
Oh, there you go. You weren't wrong.
Yeah, he's got to prove he's not entirely in the pocket of the Walt Disney Company.
Yeah.
I noticed
this
that
is true.
last time I read the book, which was years ago. He would throw in these little things like, sometimes you get a fork that only has 5 prongs. It's just like dumb stuff. We're just like, okay, Steve, we get it. Like, you're not a shill, but you're totally a shill.
He writes about the golden forks at the restaurant, and he writes more about paperweights at one of the glass stores in the region. So
sometimes the Matterhorn's a little bit uncomfortable. It's like, okay, good job.
But continuing on with the history, in 2007, Disney and the Alfredo di Roma ownership could not reach an agreement to renew their operating contract. So after 25 years, they severed that alignment. Really, a lot of people did like going to Alfredo's. I know a lot of people. I don't have a distinct memory of going there when I was a kid. I don't think I went there. Either of you?
Mm-mm.
When it was
I went
still
to Alfredo's. Yeah, I went to Alfredo's with my brother. He had an American Express Black card. Oh. I don't know if you know what that means. I guess it's like a unlimited. You could buy a boat with it or whatever. But it's not a very common card to have, I guess. And our waiter was very excited about this Black card, and he called my brother Daddy and sat on his lap and asked if he could be his daddy. And then he did.
That's uncomfortable.
Was he like a whimsical Italian character from?
So much so, Dan, that you remember it was very close around that time of the Oscars when that Italian guy won for something and he walked across the seats.
Oh yeah.
He did that.
Nice.
He walked across the tables to take the credit card to pay the bill. Yeah. In America, they take your credit card. Everywhere else in the world, you do it at the table.
Wow.
That's a little lesson for our foreign listeners.
Yes, that's that's fun. So that's why Alfredo's closed, but they selected the Patina Restaurant Group, already operating multiple restaurants in EPCOT and throughout the United States. Patina didn't want to replicate the restaurant, so they completely reinvented Italy's dining experience, creating Tutto Italia, which we will talk about when Dan is done talking. But before Dan can start talking, I just want to talk about the Patina Restaurant Group, which in Epcot operates Tutto Italia and Space 220, and in Disney Springs operates Maria and Enzo's Ristorante, which I've never eaten at, Enzo's Hideaway, which I have eaten at and is fantastic. It's the little speakeasy downstairs underneath Maria and Enzo's. So Enzo has a basement where he serves you drinks and the same food. Parizza Ponte, Morimoto Asia, strangely enough, and the Edison, which is also pretty great.
And they own Centrico.
Oh, at Disneyland. Okay.
Yeah,
that's right.
Disney.
That is Patina Group. Okay.
That place was not good.
No.
Yeah, we didn't
really
enjoy that.
The service was pretty bad.
All four of us were like, cool. We're tired and hot. Could you bring us good food?
They own Paseo.
Oh.
Space 220. Yeah. Anyway,
so it sounds like they tend to do like swing and a miss or swing and a hit kind of places where it's like because like for example they took this place and they're like, hey, this restaurant everyone loves, let's fundamentally change it.
Yeah, and I don't see like real complaints about Tutto Italia. Like people still like it, but it's still a place where you are eating hot pasta in Florida.
Oh, you know what else they own?
What?
For a future episode? Naples Ristorante and Bar.
We have already talked about this episode.
That's a
Naples
future
and
episode.
Via Napoli. Yeah.
And Napolia Pizzeria they own as well.
Yeah. There's also the quick service. What's the quick service at Epcot?
Pizza Point at Disney Springs is owned by Patina Group.
Yep. I mentioned that.
I'm having fun.
Okay.
Well, the Wine Country
Edison.
Trattoria.
I mentioned the Edison as well. Jimmy's not listening to Eric.
I'm going to keep going. That's fine.
Tiendita.
Uh-huh.
They own Tiendita too, Dan.
Well, yeah, that's all one restaurant.
It's all the same restaurant.
Oh, it is? Is that Paseo too?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Sorry. Tutto Gusto too. But anyway, continue on with your history that I'm not listening to.
So, hey, when DCA opened and everyone was like, oh, one of the things that they opened
That's what we said.
was also it was the Golden Vine Winery, hosted by Robert Mondavi. We'll get into that. Way back when, this used to be a little something called the Wine Country Market underneath the Golden Vine Winery. It was open for like a couple months, and you could. I'm looking at Yesterland. It's very solving gift shop sort of coded, which, let's be honest, a lot of DCA 1.0 was that. Why they don't have a solving area, I don't know. And you could basically walk in and you could look at deli cheeses and meats, and you could poke them, and you could get pre-made foods, and you could eat them. And then, according to this picture, you can purchase your food from a very nice lady with a ponytail. And they had seating, outdoor seating, where you could eat all of your delicious wares. And I think they discovered that the seating was always empty. So they were like, hey, maybe we should open a restaurant here instead of assuming that all of the riches are going to go to the Golden Wine Vinery upstairs, which they didn't so much. They said, hey, what if we had a restaurant downstairs that was an Italian restaurant? Because what do you think of when you think of the Napa Valley? Italian food, right?
Like the French
Thank you
market.
for confirming. Yes, yeah. So Wine Country Trattoria itself opened in December of 2001. The Robert Mondavi family presented the winery at the opening, and then Disney took over shortly after. The Mondavis left in October, and the Trattoria opened in December, meaning the Mondavis basically said, this is what the winery is going to be, or what the Trattoria is going to be. And they got everything moving. And then they were like, actually, we're leaving. So,
nope.
So it has never once actually coexisted with the real wine people. But Disney was like, okay, that's our branding. We're going to be Wine Country. Let's hope it works. And this may or may not explain the kind of sparse decoration there that I think kind of maybe lends itself to a winery where you're like, hey, let's go eat some food. And the winery made the winery in what is basically a open air garage. There's no specific Imagineer or designer credited publicly. It's generally attributed just to Imagineering. So when we ask, who do we blame for this? Basically nobody. Disney inherited it. And it's just kind of been there ever since. I want to be clear. I don't dislike this place.
We've been a few times.
Yeah, and I understand it has a fan base. I think I understand why. I think it's doing a thing that is interesting in a very quiet sort of way.
I like the alfresco of it all.
Yeah. But if you're looking for one of those episodes where it's like, head to head, a bunch of really interesting, in-depth stuff for Disney World, and then Disneyland's like, oh yeah, take that. This isn't going to be that.
Of the 30 some odd wines they have listed on the menu, glaringly absent is any Robert Mondavi wine.
But there are a lot of, I forgot to mention, there are a lot of, or at least there were at some point, a lot of vineyards of Disney people. like like Fess Parker and
like Kurt Russell.
Those. Yeah. I forgot that they did that. It's basically you can drink all the wine that all the Disney people made.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, let us move on to the heart of the episode, which is the check-in process. I suspect that there's not much to say other than you check in on your app.
Yeah.
You make a reservation and then you check in.
You make a reservation, you check in. Sometimes they seat you in 30 minutes after you check in. Sometimes it's 40.
Yeah, I mean these aren't Disney-owned restaurants, but they are aligned.
Wine
with
Country
Disney.
is
very much so.
Well, okay. Well, I'm talking about the ones in EPCOT, but yeah, they despite being Patina Group, it's not like Ballast Point where they're on Open Table.
Right.
You're still on the main Disney app.
Speaking of Open Table, and this was another news item, the Gordon Ramsay place is open at.
I heard about
that. Oh, it opened. Okay.
Yeah, it looks expensive.
It probably is.
Probably.
Yeah. So, okay. Now let's talk about the details of the restaurant before we get to the food.
Hold on. Check-in process at Trattoria. Make a reservation on the app. There's always a reservation available.
Yeah, that is true. Hence the reason we've eaten there so many times.
And sometimes they will be outside, out down below where the common area walkway is, basically begging you to come eat at their restaurant.
Is that right? They have barkers.
Yeah, they're like, hey, did you know there's a restaurant here? Yeah, it's right there. That's a restaurant. You can eat there.
Pork chops. Get your pork chops.
Manja. Get your manja.
Good times. Okay, so let's talk about the details inside of the restaurant. Eric, you want to start?
Okay.
Take your time, Eric.
We don't have a whole lot to say about either of these, really, I'm sure. So it opened in September 2007 after a significant refurbishment. Footprint's the same. They didn't change much, but they changed they didn't change the size of the restaurant, but they changed all the decorations. Marble flooring, hand-painted frescoes, Venetian-inspired lighting, updated furniture, and
is that Venice? Like Venetian as in Venice, or as in
planet?
Not Venusian.
Okay, thank you.
Venetian. Got it. The other one. Rich architectural details based on historic Italian villas. But they wanted to represent multiple regions of Italy, giving guests a broader culinary experience. So, yeah.
And you will be able to lower the volume of the music in post.
Yes, I will lower the volume in post. I'm sorry. It's a pain to do it now.
No, you're good. Excellent. Dan, you want to regale us, please? Can you eat inside? Is it all outside?
Oh, use inside.
Yeah.
Okay. I've only ever had tables outside.
Same.
For who? For which one?
For the one you're about to talk about.
Oh, okay. There are seats, there are tables inside, but it's mostly outside, and that's really the appeal. In fact, last time I went, which was a month or so ago, I got to witness a woman completely losing her supreme when she was seated with her, I assume, boyfriend. And they were seated indoors, and she was livid because she usually sits outside. And I'm basically quoting here, this was going to ruin their day.
Wow.
To which I looked at the guy, and he was just like, this is, I was trying to gauge, is this normal? You know, how you kind of like, without being a jerk about it, it feels like this was normal, and it feels like he was not a Disneyland person, and it was just sort of like, look, it's her day. So
sounds like a great environment.
It's fantastic.
So
hold on,
al fresco dining largely.
Al fresco, yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, it's. look up Napa Valley architecture. It's that. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
It's not exactly Italian. It's not an Italian villa. It's
right. And
Californian
so
Italian.
The question that I keep asking was, why Italian? You know, because so when the park opened, there was something called Pacific Wharf, right?
French Laundry is what it's called. Sorry.
And Pacific Wharf,
Napa restaurants, Italian restaurants like French Laundry. It was a joke. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. You get the point though. There's not really, they're not necessarily serving Italian at these places. It's more just like, hey, everything was grown here, including the meat. So this gets weird because when the park first opened, Pixar Pier was Pacific Wharf. Or Pacific Pier. Or
Paradise Pier.
Paradise Pier. And that area was Pacific Wharf, right?
Right.
And so the actual macro theme to the whole thing was Monterey's Cannery Row, not Wine Country. The Golden Vine Winery and Trattoria is a themed pocket within that. So basically, like, Cannery Row is kind of adjacent geographically to Wine Country, like the actual Napa Wine Country. So this is a tortured connection to begin with, and it gets even weirder when Monterey Cannery Row, we have Golden Vine Winery, which is a Tuscan villa, which some Imagineer was like, it's a Tuscan villa, so that means Italian-American restaurant, right? And then Big Hero 6 and San Francisco shows up, and Cars Land shows up. Basically, it's kind of just an Italian restaurant in California Adventure, and nobody knows why it's there except for the people who built it, who are gone, and maybe 5 people in the company. And decor-wise, it's got, I don't know what to tell you. It's
okay, great.
It's there. It's stucco.
All right.
Manja. But when you're there, you're family.
I see. Okay. All right, let's get into the meat.
No points so far. It's weird.
Yeah, really? Yeah, you guys are really doing a great job. Let's talk about the food. Now, I'm trying to figure out what the point of this is, other than the fact that they're both Italian restaurants, both in the second gate, right?
Do you want us to talk about the lunch menus or the dinner menus?
Let's start with lunch. We'll move to dinner.
Okay.
But we talk about so what makes these things better? Clearly the atmosphere is whatever, it's stereotype Italian / stereotype Tuscany Napa-ish, something disjointed surroundings. So maybe the dining experience, maybe it's nice in Florida because it's air conditioned. Maybe it's nice in California because Southern California, famously in the evening time, it's pleasant. You get a little ocean breeze or whatever. So I'm not sure. Neither of you are selling this. So
we're getting to a place where I could start to sell it.
Okay.
If we're going to sell it, let's do it.
Your attention, please.
In Epcot, you're in the middle of a highly themed.
Yes, that is true.
Pod.
That is true. You're in an Italian themed restaurant inside of a themed Italian land. Yes. And you kind of have to have an Italian restaurant, if not 2. Spoilers.
You do have you have 2.5.
So because there's like a pizza window too, is that right?
Yeah, there's a pizza window. Well, maybe you even count 3 because there's also a wine bar attached to Tutto Italia.
Okay, so then I wonder if I'm thinking about and maybe we're getting ahead, but does the Italian restaurant inside of the stereotype Italy pavilion, does it live up to that sort of, is this, if it feels like you're in St. Mark's Square, right? Does it feel like you're an Italian restaurant in Italy? And therefore, does the food have to be better because it's living up to that where it is? Versus the Italian restaurant that's just in a theme park, maybe the food doesn't have to be as good because it's not really living up to any particular theme. And perhaps the theme can be all over the place because the theming around is all over the place.
True. You do kind of have to live up to something there.
But it's also America. And what does that even mean?
Yeah. But the Nick Valenti, the CEO of the Patina Group, did travel around Italy to gather up chefs for both Via Napoli and Tutto Italia.
So these are Italian chefs that are managing these restaurants.
Yeah, they're Italian chefs. They buy a lot of Italian ingredients.
And they're not
flour.
just part of the college program.
Just kids.
I mean, I like that a lot. So there's a couple of things that I'm getting way ahead, but I don't think we need to take a lot more time with this.
Well, so I know I haven't been pooping on this necessarily, but I haven't been really giving it its praises. And I think that, so the authenticity issue is it an issue or not? I don't know. I think that where this place really shines is it's less like an Italian restaurant themed to Italy than it is a nice like veranda to hang out with your friends and like casually watch the world go by while Mater sings over and over again in the distance. But I mean, it's got a vibe to it that kind of just exists when you have a shaded veranda with a fountain and tables that you can group together for large groups or not for smaller groups. It's dining experience wise, the food, it's rated generally like a 3.4 to 3.5
right.
out
and we'll
of
get
5.
to that.
Yeah. And I mean, you don't go here necessarily because you want authentic Italy. You go here when you want to like exist in the Olive Garden commercial, right?
Totally.
And not
there's
necessarily the Olive Garden.
Hey, there's a parade coming. Yeah, that's
when they have a parade, then you can see the parade. You can lose your mind if you're seated inside, and that will be a very reasonable thing. I think also with the authenticity thing, this is for Californians generally. So it's not so much hey, come to an Italian restaurant. It's more just like, hey, you're on vacation. DCA is, I'm learning sort of like I call it aspiration park because it's like, it's more like the idea of going on vacation as a theme park. So you're on vacation. Yeah, it's only a day, but you're on vacation with this group of friends. And hey, yeah, let's order another glass of, $70 wine because we're on vacation. When really it's just like you're there for 6 hours. And the place really lends itself to that. In terms of authenticity or theming, most people who go here are like a 4 to 6 hour drive away from Vegas, and they can go to Caesar's Palace and get that there.
A Caesar salad.
They can get a Caesar salad where it was. That's where it was invented.
By Caesar himself.
By Little Caesar.
By Little Caesar.
He found an anchovy and some ranch dressing and put it in a blender.
So where I'm headed with this, and we can talk more detail, obviously, but where I'm headed with this is that authenticity, restaurant quality, reviews, whatever. I look at like who's the head chef of Wine Country Trattoria. There's none listed, right? But the executive chef is Daniel Sicilia at Tutto.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something. Although the Orlando's culinary operators include director of culinary Yuhi Fujinaga.
But are they actually like putting the meat thermometer in the meat, or are they just signing their name to the thing?
That's right. Who knows? And
but it did sound like there's a little bit more thought put into it.
The place opened up in 2007, so it could be. I mean, I'm sure they've had complete flip over of.
Just like there's no staff. Gordon Ramsay restaurant where he's back in the kitchen making food. He's got his name on it. After the opening.
He's just standing there waiting.
No, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying, but I would argue that Trattoria isn't concerned with authenticity. It's concerned with vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what makes one over the other better? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Are we comparing it as an Italian restaurant? Are we comparing it as a total dining experience? Because if the argument's about the best Italian restaurant in a second gate, then I
don't think it needs to necessarily be one or the other. This can be just part of the rubric, right? Because if the food is the best and authentic Italian food, but
that's all subjective.
But the restaurant is like gaudy as hell and has a dumb mural that no one really cares about, then you know.
Well, there is a big mural, and there are a lot of big chandeliers. If that's what you're referencing,
they're hand-painted frescoes.
But then there's also a time and place for just like quaint, simple hangout, enough theme that it feels like you're at a place, but not over-imagineered nonsense where you have to like do research for it to be meaningful.
Okay.
Are we going to talk about the food?
Yeah, let's do that.
Do we need to talk about the food?
Start with lunch.
It's the same menu for both.
That's the joke.
Both places.
Now, where we started with this is Tutto Italia is in the Italian pavilion, and it sounds like Patina went out and kind of got Italian chefs to influence the menu. Whether they're still involved or not, I don't know.
Who knows?
They played Pokemon with a bunch of Italian chefs.
But what I find interesting on the Disney World website, and presumably the dinner menu or lunch menu of Tutto Italia, is you don't start with appetizers, you start with antipasti. And it's not entrees, it's secondi, which is and they have contorni, which is the sides, whereas at Wine Country it's appetizers, entrees, and then of course plant-based because you hippie Californians.
So they're trying to stick with it. I mean, they also have kids entrees.
Yeah, they do. At the Tutto is kids entrees. They don't have like panini. What are the kids called? Linguinis.
The kids? The word for kids?
Yeah.
Hold on.
But if they're going to go for it, maybe they should stick
Bambina.
with it.
Bambinos, that's right. And then they've got dolce, which is the desserts.
Yeah. And then they have birra.
Birra and vino.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I do like that. That feels more like you're dining at an Italian restaurant rather than an Italian restaurant.
Right. They do have a specific amari
and
limoncello menu.
Hold on.
The most Italian cocktail, or
the most Italian alcoholic drink is grappa.
They do have grappa on there, but they've got a separate section of the menu for limoncello, sambuca, amari, grappa. Oh, they do have a section for grappa.
But before we go down this road, at no point at Trattoria are they like, "Hey, welcome to Italy. Get ready for your authentic Italian dining experience."
But what are we talking about, though? Like, what is the point of this episode is the best Italian restaurant in the second gate.
I mean, I guess.
I don't know.
But does best mean most authentic?
That's a great question. That's what we're trying to figure out.
That's what Jimmy decides.
Let's talk about the antipasti, or the appetizers for you.
We got pasta fagioli. They've got everybody's got to have calamari.
Mm-hmm. Fritti.
They've got polipo grigliato, which is grilled octopus.
Yum.
With potatoes and pancetta. They've got a Caesar salad, Jimmy.
You got to have that.
I don't know if you're aware of this.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of
prosciutto.
very Italian things.
Carpaccio.
Salad with balsamic.
Balsamic.
Yeah. There's
Taglieri serves two people. It's prosciutto to Parma salami. It's like a meat plate. That's exciting. And cheese. Ooh, meat and cheese tray. All right. Now you haven't eaten here?
Not in a long time.
And then they have salmon, swordfish, chuck short ribs, Parmesan
chicken breast,
New York strip steak,
short rib,
like you do in Rome. Get that New York
short rib with Maine lobster ravioli. Wow.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, I gotta check this place out. It's been too long.
I was wrong. They do have creamy Alfredo, fettuccine, lasagna, gnocchi, spaghetti, risotto.
What kind of price point are we looking at?
Yeah, I think that's probably where I'm headed.
The fettuccine is $26.
Fettuccine is $26, but the risotto is $40. Gnocchi is $29. Chicken Parmesan is $34.
Okay, I also have a chicken parm, so we can use that as our baseline. $32.
Okay.
Oh, similar.
Do you have a bologna spaghetti?
Oh boy,
bologna spaghetti,
bolognese.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, $29.
24. So I mean,
salmon.
Salmon, not salmon specifically, but we'll get into it.
What fish do you have?
I'm willing to say that basically prices are close enough.
Yeah,
right?
They seem pretty close.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
And we don't know about the serving size or whatever.
And you're kind of paying EPCOT tax over there. Let's see.
Patina tax, really, yeah, because Patina's trying to make money too, and Disney's trying to make money.
That's fair. So for lunch and for dinner, or either? Okay. We got pull apart cheese bread.
Yeah.
$11.
Cheese bread.
Yeah.
Okay, look,
I'm sure it's good.
Italian is only a third of the title. It's Wine Country Trattoria. It's like a vineyard, it has a restaurant.
Wine Country in DCA says Napa. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it's like you're in Napa, and this place in Napa has a chef who, I don't know, whose mama made a spicy meatball. So, hey, so pull apart cheese bread. I've heard it's good. And the fried calamari. I've had it before. It is not frozen. You can tell by the texture.
By the way,
how much is that?
It's $14.
$14
versus $23.
Oh, that's some serious patina tax.
I wonder if there's more.
I don't know. Grapefruit salad. It's grapefruit in the salad. It's not just a bunch of grapefruit with Caesar dressing.
The grapefruit vinaigrette
with chicken on top of it.
And soup del giorno, if you enjoy the giorno.
Hey, look at that. It's in Italian.
See? Got the chicken
and the
parm.
only soup del giorno and other one is pasta fagioli.
Huh?
It would seem.
Chicken parm, shrimp Alfredo, which I honestly, bold move for not having chicken. It's just straight up shrimp because, hey, California. And when you're here, your family. Grapefruit salad, you could get with grilled shrimp and call it an entree. You got your hearty short rib pasta, the spaghetti bolognese, which is not bologna spaghetti.
So real quick, Dan, the shrimp Alfredo is $34. The fettuccine Alfredo is $26.
Well, you got shrimp on it.
That's right.
That's what was it? Like $5 a shrimp? I don't know. It's summer. I'm not thinking about math. And the pesce bianco, which is whitefish with orzo, pasta, cannellini beans, tomato sauce, garlic, anchovies, olives, capers, and artichokes, served with grilled lemon and Calabrian chili. It is delicious. I had it when I went there recently. I had written off Wine Country Trattoria as sort of just, Olive Garden in DCA. And I saw that they had a fish dish, and I was hunting down fish dishes at the resort, and I tried it, and oh my God, it's so good. Not saying that for points, just pointing it out.
There's also a short rib.
Yes.
You've also got short rib pasta for $38 versus the short rib with lobster ravioli for $52.
Yeah.
Well, but there's lobsters in there.
Yeah,
it's true.
What's the most expensive thing on your menu, Dan?
$38 for hearty short rib pasta, and right behind it is the pesca bianco for $36.
Yeah,
which again, it's good if you're into.
And
fish.
They have a grapefruit salad with grilled shrimp. Add some shrimp on there; it's an entree.
True, I made that joke before.
Sorry.
And then we have tomato salad, whichever. The tomato salad is $15. Tomato salad's $13. Banana brulee tart is a plant-based thing that is in the plant-based section. And they have spaghetti aglio olio. Sure, let's call it that. We also have for Disney's Kid Check, Disney Check. I don't know. Those are words. You have a chicken breast. Just eat this dried chicken breast, kid. Salmon. Shut up and eat your fish. You know how much kids love the fish. And pasta with marinara and meatballs. Again, I love the boldness of them going like, okay, you have this pasta that you're going to be comfortable with, or a chicken breast, or a salmon.
Here's what's interesting about this is so far that seems the EPCOT menu is a lot more complex, right? It's bigger. It seems more complex. But here's what's interesting about the kids' entrees at California: chicken breast, salmon, and pasta with marinara meatballs, $12, $14, respectively. The salmon's $14. At EPCOT, the more authentic, it's mozzarella sticks, spaghetti, chicken tenders, green beans, or cheese or pepperoni pizza, and they're all cheaper.
They're all $11 except for just green
beans.
Who gets a plate of green beans for $8?
Maniac.
It's your vegetarian option.
You can also get a cheese pizza. I actually really like that this restaurant in so many ways is basically like, this is not a family restaurant. Don't bring your kids here.
My favorite is the kids create your own entrees. Selection is cheese pizza. Let's create your own. You get to choose one, either cheese pizza or...
Oh, no. It's choose one, cheese pizza. You got that. And then you get to choose between two of fresh yogurt, or fresh fruit, yogurt broccoli. And then dessert for everybody, you have lemon tiramisu, some non-alcoholic beverages, Jeffrey's coffee.
There are six desserts for dolce at the other: tiramisu, cannoli, torta di Genovese.
Yeah, two different.
Well, but that's all stuff that if you didn't have,
limoncello float is interesting.
Yeah.
I think this is all stuff too that, like, if you didn't have it at the Italy Pavilion, people would be upset.
They would revolt.
You have specialty cocktails.
Yep.
I'm not going to go over them, but let's see. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, if I counted correctly. 22 different specialty cocktails. What do we got over at the...
Well, they got grappa. They've got a grappa menu.
I know you like grappa.
We're approaching 40.
Okay.
Not counting wine or beer.
Here's my favorite. In the Tutto menu, there's distinctly Italian cocktails. The first one is the Italian margarita. What's ingredient number 1? The Italian margarita.
Tequila.
It's tequila. It's distinctly Italian.
Tequila and limoncello.
Just like mix it with like marinara sauce or what?
That's right. That's the espresso martini.
It's the Alfredo.
Alfredo margarita. It's butter and Parmesan.
That's their Italian pina colada.
That's right.
Yeah, and then wines, we have wine, but I think here it's more like the California take on wine rather than
you know.
I mean, that's the style. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think there's a clear menu winner. It's kind of all over the place. You've got a bigger, more robust, more authentic menu for the adults. Kids menu is kind of simple. At Trattoria is Wine Country Trattoria is less expensive, generally speaking. It's a little bit more of a California flair. You're not going to go to an authentic Italian restaurant and get grapefruit salad. You know what I mean? There's a very California Napa-y flair, which makes sense because that's kind of what it is. So I think I want to let the people help us decide. Let's look at reviews of these restaurants and let the people decide.
Tutto in the 4s, usually.
Okay. It's not as much fun as I was hoping to have, but go ahead.
Sorry.
Are you saying we're looking up reviews on Yelp?
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull up. I do have some Yelp reviews here.
I want some 5 stars and I want some 1 stars. See what you got.
Oh, okay.
But then generally speaking, whichever has the highest rating overall, I think would probably be the winner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that's
general
via
overall,
Napoli.
looking at 3.2 out of a little over 1,000 reviews.
Okay, interesting. 3.2, about 1,000. Is that Yelp, just so we're looking at the same thing?
It's Yelp, yeah.
Okay.
Eric?
533 reviews.
The food and drinks here far exceeded our expectations. Everyone at our table just kept repeating, "This can't be Disney food." Our server and attendant were fantastic. Kenny had great recommendation and was very patient with our menu and dining package questions. The food and wine far exceeded any expectations that any of us had. Kenny explained to us how to get our viewing area and how to read our vouchers. And the preferred seating area for our show was unobstructed and just barely. Oh, that's another thing. You can do a World of Color dining package here.
That's a thing.
But to be fair, I shouldn't say this if I'm really trying to win the argument, but to be fair, the dining package at DCA is kind of not necessary if you know how to do the.
So it's a dining package, but you're not watching the show while you're eating.
No.
Okay. Because that would be a big old point if you could watch the show while eating the food.
Yeah, generally, I think a lot of. I decided to slow things down with the meal at Wine Country Trattoria. I did California Red. It ended up being one of the most relaxing parts of my day. Sitting outside felt like a completely different world compared to the crowds just steps away. So yeah, remember, Jimmy, that place that we would go to get beer? That's the Sonoma.
Yeah.
It's all one place, right?
Right. Yeah.
So it's that weird, like tucked away, but also like observational place.
Mm-hmm.
And something that I'm seeing in a lot of these reviews generally is we went in basically expecting it to suck because we hadn't really heard a lot about it and it's really kind of understated. And given those expectations, we were blown away.
Yeah.
Which I think that's another lens to look at this in, which is, and I'm saying this legitimately, not as someone who's trying to win the argument necessarily, is the expectations of going to the EPCOT Italian place that I still can't remember the name of versus the expectations here.
Yeah.
And I think the expectation there is probably more heightened, and whether that's fair or not, where here it's just like, hey, come hang out.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a California thing or just what's on the website, but I see allergy-friendly menus at Wine Country. Now,
I'm not seeing one at Epcot.
It doesn't say anything about what allergy. So it's this.
They'll straight up kill you there. They don't care. They're like, here, eat this.
It says, so pull apart cheese bread for egg, fish, shellfish, peanut, tree nut, sesame, and soy allergies.
And if you try to get your EpiPen out, they'll grab it from your hand and like hold it above your head. And
they'll jam it in themselves.
So the calamari says for peanut, tree nut, and sesame allergies. Grapefruit salad.
That's a Disneyland thing. That's not
gluten,
a Trattoria
wheat,
thing.
egg, fish, shellfish. I just think it's interesting to know if generally at Disney World, I know they always have some kind of allergy-friendly menu. I don't know if it's usually on the menu or you just get it provided for you.
Yeah, you can always get
If you tell them you have a food allergy, they'll give you a special menu. I mean, to the extent that and I think I've mentioned this before, I went to Cafe Orleans back when they had shrimp and grits, which they don't anymore, so they're dead to me. And I put on my check-in thing, they're like, do you have any allergies? Now, I have like mild poop-related reactions to shellfish, right? But not like my throat's not going to close up. It's just going to be kind of mildly unpleasant.
But you famously love shellfish.
I actually do. But
he's sucking on one right now.
Not even
in the corner of his mouth. He sounds a little slurred.
So like I can do shrimp, but like if it's crab or lobster, there needs to be a bathroom close by. So I put on the thing, shellfish allergy, thinking I'm being honest, I guess. And I ordered shrimp and grits, and the chef that was in charge at the time had to come out and like talk to me.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, you said shellfish allergy. I can't give this to you unless we talk about the allergy.
They do always come out.
Yeah. And I said,
that happens at every Disney restaurant in my experience.
And I was just like, okay, I shouldn't have put that. Here's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I can do shrimp. I can blah, 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 blah. I have no doubt that this is going to be fine. And he was like, there's a touch of crab in the room. Like, touch of crab is great. Touch of crab is fine.
And this was where again? Shrimp and grits?
At Cafe Orleans.
Cafe Orleans, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Disney's very careful with food allergies. Here's Eric, do you have any 5-star reviews of yours?
I've got plenty, yeah.
Wait, and Eric, what's the average review?
The average review is 4 out of 5. It's interesting. Patina Group, looking at 1-star reviews and 5-star reviews lately. In 2026, they have responded to almost every single review.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's
from
a good
1 to
one.
5.
What's that?
All of them from 1 to 5 they responded to.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is an excellent establishment with outstanding food. Our Uber driver recommended the restaurant, so we decided to give it a try. We're very glad we did.
We'd pay the $150 to get into the theme park and then go to the restaurant?
Yeah, like what? But large mix of tables for large groups and smaller groups.
There you go.
I ordered the risotto. My sister had the spaghetti. Both were absolutely delicious. We were pretty worn out from the previous day, so we enjoyed some sangria. Definitely recommend this restaurant
for his meal.
We'll gladly return. And Patina Group is like, we're happy to hear you enjoyed the outstanding food and attentive service at Tutto Italia.
I feel like they have like 4 pre-written responses.
Yeah, probably. And then Dan, if Wine Country had the owner response, it'd be, which cast member recruited you to come in and eat here?
To be fair, I think they do that because they know it. You know, it's kind of hidden unless you don't know it's there unless you know it's there. But also, I don't think that the company is just like, you go out there and promote, people out. I think it's more just like, hey, this is actually a good place. Come manja.
Yeah.
The next review.
Okay.
Patina Group responds, Gabby, we're happy to hear you enjoyed the delicious risotto. Friendly service and generous portions. So they do respond to specific things that they brought up, because in this one, Gabby H. said, I don't know. We typically go for Via Napoli, and this was a little bit of a different vibe, but we really enjoyed it. I had risotto that was a special, and it was delicious. Super friendly servers, great time talking. Dessert was good. Portion sizes were very generous.
It's hard to take a box to go, though. But
if you're in Orlando,
yeah,
she lists herself as Orlando. The other person lists their location as Texas.
Texas City, Texas. Okay, so Dan, I'd like to hear a 1-star review from both of you.
Okay, I'm looking for a good one.
Right. I was
as you're looking, I'm thinking about 3.2 out of 5 by 1,000 people. The restaurant's been open longer, technically. But it's largely a locals park. So if the locals don't want to go there, does that say something?
I can tell you that the what is getting the most is 4 stars.
Okay. Well, I'd like to hear a 1-star review from each, and I'd like to hear a 3-star review of each, because they're not saying it's horrible. They're not saying it's the best.
Let me get something good.
So if this is from Frank A, he's an Elite 26. I don't know what that means. He has 244 Italian food reviews. He's from Manhattan, New York. Disney is great at make-believe. The Matterhorn looks a lot like the real thing, and the food at Wine Country Trattoria looks like Italian food too. But like the Matterhorn, it is just a plastic facsimile. I feel like Frank sat there thinking about this for a while.
Well, I think Frank is an Italian food critic who happened to be at Disneyland with his family.
Yeah, and I think that it was probably billed as like, hey, it's an Italian restaurant, not just like it's in a restaurant with like Italian seasoning. From Albie, that's Albie Sure from the upcoming.
So that was a 1-star?
That was a 1-star. Mm-hmm. And this is from Albie, who I may or may not be Albie Sure from the upcoming Bowie Splaining episode, Black Tie, White Noise. Eric, you'll get that joke later if you remember it. You might as well have been eating cafeteria food. We used to go here when we came to California, as Disneyland California Adventure. $85 plus tip for 3, plus we split one meal. Stay away.
1 star.
1 star.
All right. How about a 1-star from Tutto?
Okay, I'll summarize 2 pretty good ones. We were in Epcot for my mother-in-law's 75th birthday. We were a party of 11, and basically they said they couldn't guarantee they could be seated together, but they made it happen. They put them in the cellar section of the restaurant, but there was only one waiter, and everything took 30 minutes. And there was a guy who was intoxicated and loud. Worst
Epcot.
Dining experience we've had at the parks. We were just trying to get out in time to watch the fireworks. They liked the fireworks. Let's see here. I should have asked her to comp the fettuccine since no one ate it. We would never go back here. The food was, so this is interesting. The food was nothing to write home about. The calamari was good. The bread was fresh and hot. 2 guests had risotto. They liked it. The lasagna, not great. Chicken parmesan was a big portion, tasted okay. That's a weird
I did a quick search. I did a quick search for ambience or ambience, depending on how you want to say it. And across the board, even the like 1 or 2 star reviews are saying that the vibe and the ambience is like great, even if you're not into the food.
Okay. So, Eric, what did Patina Group say in response to that 1-star review?
In response to that one? Kimberly, we're sorry to hear about your disappointing experience with the service and food. We appreciate your feedback. We will address these issues with our team to improve future visits. Thank you for sharing.
Lovely. How about a 3-star review? Somewhere right in the middle.
Okay.
There's somebody who's complaining that their wine was $110 a glass, but that seems like their problem because they even posted a picture of the menu.
Yeah. Why would you order it and then complain about it?
They said they asked for a taste, and then they ordered the one they liked, and their server was like, you ordered a $110 glass of wine. You have to pay for that.
I'm not seeing that on the menu.
I'm going to go with, this is from Brian F. He's also an Elite 26 from Orange County, California. His 47 wine bar reviews. So we're going in that direction here.
Okay.
Wine Country Trattoria is a table service restaurant located at the performance corridor area of Disney California Adventure Park. It's supposed to resemble Napa Valley wine country and Italian decor with the rustic look. We made reservations and were seated at their outdoor patio area. For the appetizers, I liked the fried green beans and the fried calamari, although the calamari was on the smaller side. The pulled parcheesi bread was cheesy, and I liked the pesto on top.
Sounded like you said parcheesi bread.
My favorite entrees were the shrimp Alfredo, the hearty short rib pasta. I liked the breaded cutlet in the chicken parmesan, and the spaghetti bolognese was just okay. Even though it's a wine-themed restaurant, they also offer cocktails. I had the Blanco Negroni, which was herbaceous and floral. There's also a pretty good kids menu with healthy options. This sit-down restaurant is a good option that's a step above the quick service stalls, but is still very casual. It's centrally located in the park, making it a good spot for a break between rides.
Eric, do you have a 3-star?
Yeah, I found an Elite 26 here from Vernon Hills, Illinois. It's Bell N. Had
Bell
dinner
Colin.
here during our trip. They do not have a separate GF menu, but offer GF pasta options and bread. I ordered the penny pasta and white wine spritzer. The spritzer did not have much wine. It wasn't very good. The food was decent. They do not have a lot of GF options for dessert.
Interesting.
That's girlfriend, right?
Yeah, that's right. So what did Patina Group have to say about that?
They didn't respond to this one. Here, I'll read a different one. Bill, thank you for sharing your feedback. We're glad to hear you enjoyed the roving hosts, and we appreciate your comments. Your insights are valuable as we work to improve our guest experience.
Okay.
He said, the Nine Dragons in China is a far superior experience. I disagree.
But the comparison thing that I keep coming to is like, one time I thought of going to one of the restaurants in the Italy Pavilion, and I was like, but I have like Caesar's Palace, right? And also France is over there. And I feel like if France is Costco, then Italy Pavilion's like Sam's Club, you know? Like, it's like you kind of go there when you can't get the reservation for France or Canada. And you're like,
maybe,
but
I don't know
Italian.
If that's true.
But if you're
right. It's an interesting point. EPCOT is full of food. There's 11 countries, all have their distinct cuisine, and you have choices, right? But if I want Italian food, I go to Italy. I want Japanese food, I go to Japan. Now, California Adventures, by nature of its size, doesn't have as many sit-down dining options.
Right.
So as a result, should they be of superior quality for what they're trying to do? Because there's not enough of them.
That, and on top of that, shouldn't they do what they're trying to do well? So you have this, you have Carthay, which also has a lounge with a separate menu, Lamplight. What am I missing? Is that it?
It's kind of it. Like sit-down dining.
That is it.
So there's only, sounds like 3 of them.
Oh, the Soap Opera Bistro. Yeah.
No, sorry. So you got 3 sit-down dining restaurants. Should they not all be 3 exquisite experiences because they're so limited? I don't know. Whereas EPCOT, you can just be a good Italian restaurant because, if you want Japanese food, go get Japanese food.
Yeah.
Or whatever, right? And I don't know about the reservation thing. And quite frankly, I'm tired of talking about it. So I think ultimately it's hard for me to decide this because of all the things we talked about. I agree with you, Dan. It's a much better ambiance at Wine Country. Whereas it's just,
for the park that you're in and the sort of moment that it's kind of made for, it's really, it's like one of those things where like, okay, it's 2:00. I'm tired. I would love to hang out there.
Yeah.
It is kind of nice to sit outside in the breeze and everything. I've never been inside there.
Yeah, I did. That's why I asked if there was even inside dining. Turns
It's
out
minimal.
Was a lady
There's
gets
like
really upset.
Yeah, there's a few tables, but I think it's because that lady at one of her visits, she threw all the other tables outside. Like, this is unacceptable. That's where the tables go.
Tutto is a little cheesy with the ambiance.
Well,
I don't know how authentic
it's living up to the Disney stereotype is the point, right?
Yeah,
just
I
like
suppose,
the Japanese. Yeah. I mean, you got the teppanyaki, you got sushi, you got the Yoshinoya type place or whatever. I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do,
right?
Yeah, and
Wine Country doesn't know what it's supposed to do.
Well, it's supposed to be a relaxing, chill place.
Yeah,
it's where they landed with it.
I think that's what it's evolved.
It's Napa. It's vacation.
To be fair, I think that if the other place wasn't over the top, hey, Italian, then like, I
Oh wait,
honest,
we've got to talk more about Italian. Hang on,
because it's catering. Yeah, it's catering very much to an audience who would complain if their sushi didn't taste like soy sauce, right?
Fair.
So, like,
such a good choice. Oh, it's still going.
All right, I'm tired of talking about it. I'm gonna I can't decide, so I'm gonna let the people decide.
Do we want closing arguments?
Oh, sure. You have Golden Dreams. Eric, closing arguments.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, it's still going.
Where did it go?
Well, Eric's first because his restaurant came first.
No. Eric, I'll cue you. Unless you're playing it for you. Where is the...
well, what I like about... I didn't actually write a closing argument, as we'll find out.
Do you want me to go first?
No, hang on. I actually do have some notes here.
All right. So while you're looking at that, my kind of points to... Here
we go.
Since you guys did the work. Points to Wine Country for ambiance. I'm going to give
when you're here, your family.
Points to Tutto Italia because they're trying to be more authentically Italian with their menu, the antipasti, the second, the whatnot. Point to Wine Country for a less expensive dining experience.
When you're here, your family.
Point to Tutto Italia for having a freaking grappa menu. My wife says it tastes like gasoline. So for those listening at home, I like to call it the hot dog of after dinner drinks, because after they make the wine, they take the stems and the seeds and the skins and they ferment that. So it is the hot dog of after dinner drinks, and it is fantastic, and it is quite a digestif, as they say. All right, closing argument.
Have we gotten into land impact, or would it matter if we did?
I think we kind of already did. You kind of described where it was and what the atmosphere was. And I think as far as land impact, I mean, you could talk about it. I don't want to shut you down. I mean,
it's basically just it is interesting because it's part of Wine Country is basically just this complex. Mm-hmm. And so this is part of that Sonoma Terrace, Mendocino Terrace.
Yeah.
And this is in the middle. That's kind of it. And it's, I don't know. I just wanted to make
what's
sure
interesting about the land impact is that, to your earlier points, a lot of people don't know it's there.
Right.
You know, so it's not really impacting. It's kind of absorbed by, or is kind of hiding in plain sight. But maybe there's no real impact until you're in there. Then there's a lot of impact because of all the things we talked about. Whereas Eric...
I would argue that Tutto Italia also doesn't have much of a land impact, because when you walk in, you see Via Napoli at the back.
Right.
And Tutto
so it kind of blends into its environment.
Is on the left. Yeah, it blends in. Like there's a giant fountain to look at, a big tower to look at.
A wine bar when you walk in.
I mean, the wine bar is attached to Tutto.
No, I mean, sorry. When I say wine bar, I mean a wine. It's a wine store. Like that's the first thing you come to.
Oh, yeah. You're more. It does really kind of blend in. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, they kind of both do, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, Eric, closing arguments for Tutto Italia.
Okay. Tutto Italia was the beginning of a major transformation as EPCOT was trying to step up their restaurant game from their early days and bringing in this new restaurant group. I don't know I don't know the history of Patina, but bringing in this restaurant group to kind of help revitalize a lot of these restaurants and get fresh new ideas in there. It's based on Naples and southern Italy, and it celebrates the diversity of Italian cuisine. Like I said, they try to rotate the menu and bring in fresh chefs and focus on different dishes from several regions around Italy to make a more authentic experience. It's definitely part of the part of the pavilion. It should be there, but there is also another Italian restaurant at the back, owned by the same group that serves pizza.
Yeah, and for my money, if you're going to eat an Italian restaurant in the EPCOT area, just go to Trattoria Al Forno.
Al Forno is great too.
Yeah, it's at the boardwalk.
Yeah,
anyway,
on the boardwalk. Yeah,
Dan, I'd like to hear your closing argument.
I want to concede something. My opponent is right about all of it. Disney World as a whole has the illusion of authenticity. Real artwork, chefs with names, real region, volcanoes named correctly. If the question in front of us is which restaurant is more authentically Italian, I lose. I lose badly. I'd like that noted. But I don't think that's the question. See, I've been trying to figure out why I keep going back to a mid-tier Italian restaurant in a theme park. $38 for a ribeye? A patio with the air conditioning is more of a rumor than a fact. You can hear a robot tow truck singing on from your table. On paper, I have no business defending this place. And yet, there's a moment. And I think everybody in this room has had it. After about 10 hours on your feet, your phone's dead, your back hurts, the kids or the friends or whoever you dragged along, they're fading. And you sit down. Somebody brings you bread. The light's going gold over a wall that's pretending to be Tuscany. And for about 45 minutes, nobody needs anything from you. That's not Italy. My opponent's correct. It was never Italy. It's the afternoon your mother hoped she was giving you. It's the Olive Garden from the commercial. Not the one that exists. The one in your memory. The one where everyone's a little happier and the wine catches the light and nobody's checking the bill. EPCOT built a monument to a place. This place built a monument to a feeling. And I've come to believe that's harder and rarer. And when it works, it's worth more. Marilyn Haggerty understood that. Bourdain understood it about her. They weren't asking whether the Olive Garden was good. They were asking whether it took care of the people who walked in. Whether it hosted their ordinary, breakable, once-in-a-lifetime moments with a little grace. By that standard, the standard I actually trust, the Wine Country Trattoria clears the bar. It is warm. It is comforting. It is, God help me, cute as hell. The court finds it to be the best Olive Garden in the Disney parks. Manja. Because when you're here, you're family.
I got to work on my closing arguments.
You really do. Every step of this, Tutto was going to win. Like, that's a very compelling argument.
I got to have some passion for my...
Wow, you really do. Holy crap. Wow. You know what? I can't. I can't.
All right.
I can't betray myself. I like I said, I still can't decide. It's really hard to argue with Dan's point. Although you might make the same point about a family in Florida. I don't know. I'm going to let the people speak. The people said 4 out of 5 for Tutto, and the people said 3.2 out of 5 at Wine Country. Clearly, Tutto is the more popular Italian restaurant inside a second gate. Anything to add?
I think, to be honest, if it wasn't the winner, people would be upset. And anyone who finds out, when people find out that Trattoria isn't the winner here, they'll probably go like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I still like it, but yeah.
And for those of you who need an Italian translation, Tutto Italia means all of Italy.
I need to visit Viennapoli when I'm in Epcot next week so that I can actually try their pizza.
Although, Eric, we were talking about, sorry, before we close, we were talking about the next episode, not the next, but a future episode being the Napoli v. Napoli. We got the one in Downtown Disney versus the other one in Epcot. But do we not do Patina Italian and do Napoli? Well, I guess
they're both patina.
But is there a Patina Italian at Disney, Downtown Disney?
Yeah, that's Napoli.
Yeah. So I wonder if we don't do the Patino Italian. But anyway, story for another time.
Eric, may I suggest when Jimmy goes to his signing out stuff, may I suggest that you play another one of our Italian songs?
Oh, I have that queued up.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Well, before we do, I would like to just officially say that Tutto Italia is the supreme Italian restaurant inside a second gate. Anyway, well, thank you for listening. If this is your first episode, thank you for coming. Come back and listen to us again another time. There are other shows on this network, the Ears Up podcast network, Ears Up, where you can hear Eric once again in his dulcet tones. And they talk about Disneyland sometimes. And then you've got the Puny Pod. It's a Marvel rewatch. They've got to be at Endgame by now, right?
They passed Endgame a while ago.
Oh, okay. They're starting over again?
No, what was their last one? I'm blanking.
They're doing Endgame in 3D this time.
Well, it's going to be re-released before Doomsday, which I'm very excited about. I already have my tickets for Spider-Man. Anyway, all Disney properties. And then other shows. And then there's also the Star Wars one. Are we still doing that?
Bantha Milk is back.
Yeah.
Yes.
With Mandalorian and Grogu.
Their last one was on... Goodness, I just listened to it yesterday.
Are there other shows on the network I'm not keeping up with?
There's Buena Vista Boys.
That's right.
They review the live action, the old live action movies from
Old Yeller, etc.
Yeah, I don't think they've gotten to Old Yeller.
I have standing offer for me to watch Perry with them, but
yes.
Well, if you want to hear a review of Perry, then you can listen to Scraping the Vault.
That's right.
It's our special Valentine's Day episode. But that is
if you want to dare to go off the network, there's Hub Crawl.
Hub Crawl's great.
And Bowie's Planning.
Is DL Weekly still a thing?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, they have a new host.
All right. And then Bowie's Planning is a wonderful delight.
We just finished Tin Machine.
Just released today.
We will not be doing Tin Machine 2. So those of you who are aware of the Bowie catalog, we're about to get into what I would argue is when things get good again. Eric, have you listened to Black Tie White Noise at all?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
All right, great. So listen to that show, and it is also very good. They're a delight together, those two. Well, thank you again for listening, and until next time, be good to each other. And until next time...
Manja.
The resort is adjourned.
Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show! With the Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game.